So here's the update. We got an upgrade. Now we have a website. We hosted using Firebase, and now we have our real-time database shown in a website. And as you can see, all the user list and the build list will be shown there, and you can refresh it whenever you want it to. We've also added an overview page where I have given all the updates and the bugs and given some comments on what progress I have done. You can view it if you want to. I'll leave it in the description. And that's the about page. And back to the home. As you can see, the database updates every time I reload the page, and also there's a refresh rate. And yeah, so basically I'll be leaving the link down in the description so you can see if you want to. Now going forward with the actual updates which we have done. So next, let us move on to the actual features which we have added to the program. And as you can see, I've added some admin features, and I'm adding Captain America as a user. Do you think he'll mind? I'm using the classmate notebook. I don't think he will mind. So yeah, let's move on. As you can see that I'm using Captain America as a base to actually create an account, and I realized I shouldn't have used Sambartha at all. So now I'll just be showing all the admin functions which I have newly added, like adding user, checking balance and checking account, and adding money and deleting users. So as you can see, Captain America is registered as a user and the customer ID is 3, the first one being me and the second one being Raghava. And now we'll try seeing it in the real-time database over here. As you can see, it will load, and the amount right now is 0 because we haven't added any amount, and of course the phone number. And yeah, now we can actually add extra money, and all we need is the customer ID to be added, and I'll just be entering his customer ID. And as you can see, the account is shown, and I'll be adding the amount. Now this part, as I told from last time, it's not really valid. It is just there for simulation, so you know this part has the banking details to be entered. I'm not really going to do the authentication for this bank because that's a totally different topic, and we're going to be deviating from our topic if we do that way. So I just add a delay so it seems like a real simulation, but really isn't. And as you can see, as I update the database, you can see the amount also getting updated. So yeah, the database works real time, and so does the web page. Now using the third function, obviously checking account details and balance. I'm just doing this for showing that the thing works, no other reason. And now finally what we have been waiting for, deleting a user. So it's as easy as it looks. All you gotta do is enter the customer ID, and they'll just ask you again, like, are you sure you want to remove it? And you'll be like, yeah, because of course, why not? And then yeah, it gets deleted, and obviously the user gets removed. And now I'll just be showing that the exception handlings for user does not exist for each case, because that's also important. Yeah, so customer ID 3 does not exist anymore because Captain America has been removed. Yep, and also in the database his name is no longer there. That's pretty sad. Yeah, so now let's talk about what I've added to the actual store. Well, we faced a problem last time, which was we couldn't remove an item once it was added. Once the item is scanned, we can't remove it. So basically now I'll be showing an example of what I have done to overcome it. I'll be adding 1 potato, 1 onion and 1 tomato. Yeah, and as you can see, I cannot add the same tomato multiple number of times. I just can't. It's not like I cannot add other tomatoes. It's just that the same tomato can be added more than once. Same thing goes for the onion and potato. So because each potato differently will have a unique QR code, it's just that that QR code gets stored as a unique value, and that exact potato can never be entered twice. That way you can be sure that cashier will not make a mistake and bill you for the same item twice. And now I'm going to add 1 more potato because we need 2 potatoes for this experiment. And now we've changed it to the remove mode. In the remove mode, we're not going to be changing QR codes. Instead, we're just going to be using the same QR codes to remove the items which we have already added. Isn't that convenient? Because using QR codes is the best method to actually convert it into remove mode. And then we remove 1 potato, 1 tomato and 1 onion. You can still remember we had added 2 potatoes, so there's just 1 potato remaining in our basket. And now I'll be changing it back to the add mode. So it's just show you how flexible the system is. And adding back 1 onion, and now we're going to go for the bill. Now just to show you confirmation, we first added, right now have one potato and one onion. But how we come to that conclusion is because we added one potato, one tomato and one onion in the start. As you can see, one potato, one onion and one tomato, and then we tried adding the same tomato, we couldn't add it, we added one potato, and we removed the potatoes, tomatoes and onions and added one more onion, and that's how we got one potato and one onion. So yeah, the amount is still 0 because last time Sambit forgot to recharge his balance and it's still 0. Yay, but you did see how it works, how removal of items work. And that's the main update which has been done. And also we have updated things like you cannot remove onions that don't exist in your basket. Those exceptions also have been handled and the code works fine for them also. Now I want to address a very different topic, which is about the facial recognition. Why have I used what I have used for my facial recognition? So basically you have seen how I've collected data sets and how I have stored them and trained the models based on those, if you have seen my previous video. But why use Haar Cascades? Well, basically the thing was I didn't know how exactly facial recognition works, and Haar Cascade actually showed me how faces can be recognized. Now the store should not only work for faces which have been trained. We need to train for faces that does not exist, like faces which have not been in our database. So we can recognize strangers and also classify them as strangers, and thus diversify the store not only for people who are existing users but also people who are not existing users. Now I'll just be showing that the Haar Cascade algorithm is available online. You can just go read about it. It's a really nice algorithm, and so many sites have actually shown how Haar Cascade works on the basis of how they recognize faces. And as you can see, here's an example video showing off exactly how it can recognize faces. Although the theoretical explanation is very different from the practical approach, this video is actually like a bridge between how it actually works. As you can see, the frame by frame they're trying to find a face, and finally once they find it, the red square comes over there. So yeah, you can read about it. I'm not going to go explaining in this video exactly how I came to the conclusion, but that's all for now. Take care. Bye.